Presentation of the Harford County Chamber of Commerce. Here are your hosts, Jen Basil and Heather Irizarry.
Thank you for tuning in to this month's November Chamber Buzz radio show. We're excited to have you with us and listening this morning. My name is Heather Irizarry. I am the membership director. I almost forgot my title. It's changed too many times. The membership director with the Harford County Chamber.
Good morning. This is Kate Rodriguez. I'm the marketing and communications specialist at the Chamber.
Good morning. This is Connor Hanley. I'm the membership coordinator with the Chamber.
Yes, welcome to Connor. She is, this is her first radio show. She's one of the newer members of the Chamber, the newest member of the Chamber. So we're excited to have you on with us this morning. We're just the three amigos here at WAMD. So
that's right.
Yeah,
Thank you very much.
Exciting. So now that you know all of us, we'll kind of roll into some special awareness for the month of November.
So November is actually Long-Term Care Awareness Month. And Bay Group Insurance is one of our Chamber-sanctioned cost-saving partners, and that means that when you become a member of the Chamber, you have access to a special discount through Bay Group Insurance on long-term care insurance, and you can actually be eligible for up to 5% off long-term care insurance through Bay Group. So if you are curious about more information on exactly what their long-term care insurance is, for you and your family members, you can contact Melissa Barnacle at 410-557-7907. Again, that's Melissa Barnacle at Bay Group Insurance at 410-557-7907.
Okay, and as you all know, Veterans Day was this past Monday. So first and foremost, we'd like to thank all veterans who have served our country and are still currently serving. Last Thursday, November 8th, our Military Affairs Committee hosted our annual Spirit of Thanks tour to honor and thank those who have served and continue to serve, as well as to promote education and camaraderie in the community. Through the generous sponsorships of our local business community, soldiers were taken up to Gettysburg for a tour of the National Cemetery, the Visitor Center, and the battlefields. It was a great event. We had a great turnout, and we're looking forward to doing it again next year.
Yeah, and make sure if you haven't, Kate has uploaded some pictures from the event, so there's a lot of good shots to see the group that we were able to take this year, so make sure to check those out as well.
Definitely. And also, the Harford County Commission on Veterans Affairs hosted its third annual Veterans Resource Information Fair, aiming to provide information about jobs, benefits, housing, and education for veterans. Of the 350 attendees, about 200 were veterans, including some who had served in the Korean War. Attendance this year doubled from last year, and prior to its start, Major General Randy Taylor and County Executive Barry Glassman laid a wreath at the memorial in front of the Bel Air Armory to commemorate, it's way too early, commemorate the 100th annual anniversary of World War I.
Yeah, and that's really neat. I know this is not, like Connor said, this is the third of this resource fair that they have organized. I know for me personally, it was the first time I'd heard about it. One of our board members is on the Veterans Commission, and we had attempted to gather some information from the local business community in terms of who offers some sort of discount for veterans. So we definitely encouraged you as the business community to get involved. I know they have exhibitor opportunities. If you're hiring, they allow companies to have there. Obviously, we want to get as much information out as we can for the benefit of the veterans in our community. Again, with APG being here, with Perry Point being not far, there's a huge veteran population that we should try to support as best we can. So I recommend that you put that on your radar for next year if there's a service or hiring, any sort of education that you might be able to offer to our veterans. So, moving right along, I want to talk about some news relevant to advocacy. Again, obviously the Harford County Chamber, we really aim to be your business advocate. So it's important that we stay on top of what's going on legislatively that's going to be affecting business. Obviously, we all know that the elections are finally over. We need to cue the hooray and cheers for that, because we're just, it's time. We're happy to move on and kind of get things done. So to recap some of the election results from the local county perspective, There were a lot of re-elections for those currently sitting incumbents. I won't go over those. I just want to quickly highlight the individuals that are newcomers for Harford County representation. So first we have in State Senator, Legislative District 35, Jason Gallion has been elected to that seat. In the House of Delegates, specifically for District 7, we obviously saw re-elections from Kathy Schlega as well as Rick Impalaria, but there's a newcomer to the House of Delegates there, and that is Lauren Erikin, and I apologize in advance for pronunciations if they're incorrect. It's actually very interesting. They're still counting ballots for the House of Delegates Legislative Sub-District 34A. Marian Lasanti has been reelected, but they're counting between Steve Johnson and Glenn Glass. I mean, it was a very tight race, so it will be interesting to see. I believe that should be finalized as of Friday. So we will keep you tuned in for that. It's a very, very close race. We're talking just not even in the hundreds of votes difference. Yeah, I mean it's going to be, and we have the Democrat versus Republican, which brings another element in it. So we'll see what happens come Friday. Moving along to County Council, again, County Councilman Patrick Vincenti isn't new to the council, but he has been officially elected as the new County Council President, so that is exciting. County Council District A, we have a newcomer, Andre Johnson, so we'll be looking forward to talking more with him, his perspectives, as well as County Council District C. We have Tony G, as we all affectionately know him in the business community. I won't even try to pronounce his last name. I know how that is. No one can pronounce mine, so I'll just do him a favor. Tony G. So we're excited to welcome him. And then County Council District E, we have Robert Wagner, who isn't a new face to County Council, but he is back in serving in that role. So again, from the Harford County local perspective, those are some of our newcomers. I know that we're excited to welcome those individuals as a whole, the whole council, those re-elected and new, just to get more involved with our governmental affairs committee, really welcome them and get to knowing them specifically for us so that we can relay, what's going on to the business community and get everyone united on common fronts to grow the economy here in Harford County. So that's exciting. And then the last piece for your advocacy update that we want to let you know, there's some recap from Larry Richardson with the Maryland Chamber of Commerce. He's their governmental affairs individual. So just some highlights from a very basic takeaway that he's written, just, post-election results for the state. The good news, obviously, for the business community is that Governor Larry Hogan was reelected. We all know that he has been a proponent of open for business, and he's done a lot of great things for the business community here in the state. So that's obviously a win for us and for business. He's been reelected, the first reelected Republican governor in Maryland history. So of course we always have to throw out some great statistics, and that's since the Mad Men era. So moving right along as well, the Maryland Senate and House of Delegate races, according to Larry, unfortunately produced preliminary outcomes that raised some sort of a concern for the futures of job growth and overall business climate. So we'll make sure to follow up, get more updates from Larry and a more granular analysis to kind of relay that information to you so you know that perspective. And then I had to highlight this because I thought this was funny. He said, finally, we wanted to let you know some very good news resulting from the close of the election. All the political ads and robocalls will stop.
Isn't that the truth?
The signs will come down.
Yes.
That's right. That is good news.
Yes. I know something I learned is that there's actually some sort of lawful parameter with those signs. Like they have to be down by a certain point, which I just never realized before. So we joke about it. Obviously, this is all important. But at the same time, I know, like I said, we're ready to move on and actually get things done now.
Yes,
exactly.
Definitely.
All right, so moving right along, let's talk about some education initiatives.
Yeah, so a lot of people, when they think of chamber membership, they might think of networking and advocacy, but education is something that's very important and a very valuable part of chamber membership. So every year we have our educational seminar series, and this year those will be held in partnership and sponsored by Harford Community College, which is very exciting. So Harford Community College, they will be hosting them as well. The seminars will be located there from 8 o'clock a.m. to 9:30. There will be a breakfast included with your registration cost. And the breakfast runs from 8 to 8:30, and then the presentation on the seminar topic will be 8:30 to 9:30 in the morning. And our very first seminar for the year is actually tomorrow, and it's not too late to sign up for that one. And that's going to be all about team building. So, if you're interested in creating more camaraderie and more focus on your teams and your office and working together, that's a great one to attend. That's going to be presented by Scott Walton tomorrow, again from 8 a.m. to 9:30. And feel free to call us at 410-838-2020 for more information or to register for that. You can also register online at our website, which is harfordchamber.org. And then the next seminar after that is going to be on December 20th, and that is all about supervisory development, and that's presented by Rod Bourne. It's going to be a really great one as well. Looking into the future, next year we also have a strategic business management seminar and an effective presentations and communication seminar. So again, if you're interested in those, would like more information, head over to our website, harfordchamber.org. And thank you again to Harford Community College for partnering up with us on that and doing a lot of the legwork and getting those organized and getting the presenters, doing what they're doing. So that's great.
Yeah, and I know that in the past, it's not, I feel like educational seminars, it's easy to come up with the topics, but to find the right people that are really experts, and also, sometimes it's hard for the chamber. Of course, we want to showcase our members, and I know that a lot of offer their expertise in their fields, but just to be fair, we do typically go with outsiders, and it was just so nice to partner with the college, because while they're a member and they're partnering from a sponsorship perspective, the individuals that they're pulling, are their faculty, their staff, those real experts in the industry that we can pull from, and they're people that we don't see, and I think it's great to highlight kind of the great people that they have over there. So I know we're excited.
Definitely.
Yeah. And moving right along with some educational opportunities, the Harford Leadership Academy is now taking applications for its 29th year in 2019. The Harford Leadership Academy is a community leadership development program co-sponsored by Harford Community College and the Harford County Chamber of Commerce. The Academy is designed to promote the development of existing and emerging leaders to create a committed, involved, and diverse network of leaders in Harford County. It's a great opportunity, and we encourage you all to apply.
Yes, and they've had over 900 individuals that have completed that program.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a lot, and it's so neat, because I know that when we're at chamber events, I've seen people, they have their specific HLA alumni tags. Like, there's so many people in this community that have gone through it. Everybody has positive things to say. It's just that, obviously you build a network of friends and family going through it together.
Right.
But there's so much good that comes out of it. Jen Basil, who used to work here at the chamber, had gone through it most recently. I mean, they go on to APG, they go to the detention center. Like, it's just experiences that you really do learn that behind the scenes of what's going on in the county, who are the individuals involved with that you may really not have the chance to do otherwise unless you have some sort of in, but how often does that happen?
Right.
Yeah, so it's really a good program. Again, thankful to the college, because they do all the heavy lifting for the most part. We help to market and advertise, and I know Angela does help lead the economic development portion of one of the classes. So it's a really great program. We definitely encourage you to check it out. At least put it, encourage your employer if you can. It's a great professional development tool. So thank you for that, Connor.
Sure.
And then wrapping up the education initiatives, we have obviously the committee, a bunch of committees that are chamber-specific committees, one of them being our education committee, and they are focused on really kind of bridging the relationships and the opportunities between educational institutions in Harford County as well as our business community. So, of course, we have great representation from the school systems, but not just, your typical Harford County Public Schools or the colleges here, but also other education-focused institutions like Boys and Girls Club. We have the Harford County Education Foundation. So they really get to the table, and what they've come up with is a new initiative, a project, if you will, called Connect. And it's an acronym roughly standing for the Chamber offering a network of educational, career, and technical opportunities. So the whole purpose behind this was, again, to have some sort of centralized resource of information to identify these are the educational opportunities in the community that the business community can specifically partner to help with. So whether it be that the school system is having guest speakers that they need for various business topics, and they want to get, if it's insurance and risk management, they want an owner that has their own insurance company. Maybe it's an internship. They obviously are trying to get students. That is huge nowadays, students to actually have on-the-job experience. So if your company is able to offer an internship opportunity, and what it will do is it will essentially be a spreadsheet highlighting those institutions and what their needs are, so that you as a business community can reference and say that I want to get involved in that. Here's the contact. I'm going to get in touch and make this happen. So it's a little bit easier because we've heard somewhat of a disconnect in the past about how to actually know what people need and who to contact. So Jillian later with Harford County Public Schools is actually heading up that. She's taken full reign in terms of housing the information, making sure that it's consistent. She's done an amazing job. So if you're interested if you're a educational institution that has an opportunity that you want to communicate to the business community, let us know and we'll connect you with Jillian. That way she can get you the parameters of the information that she needs. So thank you again, Jillian, for all of the hard work in developing that spreadsheet. And thank you to the committee for putting together and initiating this wonderful project to kind of push us forward. If you are a new listener, welcome. The purpose of our Chamber Buzz radio show is really to talk things, obviously all about Chamber, selfish, shameless plug, but really it's for the benefit of our business community. The information that we disseminate, we really try to be careful of and pointed so that it's something that's beneficial and valuable to you, whether it'll be impacting your business or just things to be aware of that are going around and on in the community in terms of network development. We've talked about education today. We've talked about advocacy, all things that affect you as a business owner, whether you really are directly involved or not. So it's important for you to be aware. So thank you for joining us. We did a bunch of talking, and now we're going to move on to business exposure, as we like to just kind of classify us. So Kate, I'll throw it to you.
Thank you. So getting into some ways that you can be recognized for the work that you do and opportunities for business exposure, we have the Small Business Association is seeking nominees for their 2019 Maryland Small Business Week Awards program. And that's really open to anyone, any small business in the state of Maryland, excluding Prince George's and Montgomery County, so definitely including Harford County. And that can be, some of the categories include entrepreneurial success, financial services champion, woman-owned business, young entrepreneur. There's lots of categories actually here. Those nominations are due by Wednesday, January 9th, 2019. So you still have quite a bit of time to enter for that and get your business recognized with that award. And for more information on that, you're going to go to the Small Business Administration's website. And you can also contact Rachel Howard at 410-244-3337 or rachel.howard@sba.gov.
And I know that they have, I feel like a very common question is, what actually constitutes a small business? Because I feel like the way, you think small, I personally think under 10 employees, but right. I know that it's much larger than one would think. So like Kate said, the SBA obviously has a lot of information on their website, and I know that they have a specific formula for which they considered small business, so make sure to check it out. I believe that it's based upon the average of annual receipts or the average number of employees. So don't be deterred by the term small business, because you'll be surprised as to kind of the realm of businesses that does include.
Yes.
So definitely make sure to check that out.
Yep.
And I think we have another award.
Yes, we do. Another great business exposure opportunity is the Maryland Economic Development Association Awards. You must be a META member to apply. Categories are due on December 7th, and those categories are Economic Development and Redevelopment Projects, Economic Development and Redevelopment Program, such as Economic Development Entities for Innovative Programs, Economic Development Marketing Award, which is campaigns focusing on business development or revitalization that have achieved significant results, and Volunteer of the Year, which is an individual who has dedicated significant effort to economic development efforts or with an economic development entity for whom they are not directly employed with. So feel free to go to www.metamd.com for application details.
Yes, and I know they have videos on the website for last
great.
year's winners. So I think that's a good idea too, to kind of get, you hear that these different categories, and you might still have questions on, what does that constitute, or what are some, examples of people who have won in the past. So definitely make sure to check out their website. They have all the videos of all the winners. It was very interesting because I think it's also just beneficial to see what everybody else is doing, especially in terms of economic development. There's such a wide array of opportunities and things to explore, and some people really do come up with some really innovative and exciting ways to think about economic development and then make it happen, so
Right.
It's very interesting. And again, so another great awards opportunity. And then kind of switching gears, but it's still relevant to business exposure, we want to give a proper shout out to this year's 2018 Chamber Olympics winner. Second year in a row, EcoCool HVAC. We had that event last Thursday. So fun, Connor. I know that was your first event, so both of you, I forgot. I was the only seasoned person. That's so weird. Did you guys enjoy yourselves?
It was so much fun.
Yeah,
It really was
thank
a
you,
great
because
event.
I will say, I think we all work really well together, and you
Yes.
both having you there made it run so smoothly, so thank you both. The committee, our Emerging Leaders Committee, is in charge of kind of hosting that and organizing it. We had so many great sponsors this year. We have 8 games. All of them were sponsored by various members of the business community. Of course, our title sponsors, Peak Management, Arena Club always lets us use their venue. Bushmill does an amazing job with food. I was so excited to have the Captain Crunch chicken this year. I've never had that.
It was
Go to
delicious.
Bushmill and try
Everything
that.
was
Great
delicious.
food.
Yes.
Yes.
So that was exciting, and to be able to be a part of that. And then Skylight Creative Ideas does an amazing job with the t-shirts, and then we had extra giveaways this year. So congratulations again to EcoCool HVAC. Go check out the pictures on our Facebook. They had the trophy. We had crowns this year. We tried to really do it, and it's exciting that they're the second year in a row winner. So congratulations to them. All right, so let's move into some partner updates. So the Chamber has a list of organizations that we consider to be our partner organizations or associations who we work with because they're either the sort of expert for the county in that field. We try to do a lot of great events or put out the information that's worthwhile. So, you have the Harford County government, you have Visit Harford, the tourism body, Healthy Harford for health and wellness. Those are just examples of some of our partners. So one, obviously the Office of Community and Economic Development with the county is a partner of ours. They do a series of free business seminars, so make sure that you check out their events calendar regardless. But the one that they're having tonight, so Be There, Be Square, it's from 6 to 8, it's the Entrepreneurial Equation. So it will be hosted at the ground floor, which if you're unfamiliar is over in Haverty Grace in that same Swan Creek shopping center that the Office of Community and Economic Development, that's a tough one to say a couple times, that their one of their offices is located there in Haverty Grace, so they're right there. You'll be able to get advice from an Edward Jones financial expert on banking, insurance, and retirement plans. So obviously it's important to learn how to save time, protect your business assets, and then attract and retain employees. All very important things. So if you're interested, again, that will be held tonight from 6 to 8, the ground floor at Harford. RSVP to Lisa over at OSED, as we affectionately call it. Or you can call for questions Bonnie Barisi at 410-638-3059. So make sure to check that out. And then our second partner update is from Susquehanna Workforce Network. They do a lot. I mean, whether it's getting grants and working with business directly to provide training for their employees, or helping them to recruit, offering job fairs. I mean, they really do. They're our workforce agency for the county. They do Harford and Cecil, actually. They are having an event called Bring Your A Game to Work. And I think this is interesting because we always harp on it. Something that businesses tell us are those soft skills are lacking. So this might be a great opportunity for you as a business to offer to some of your newer, I hate to age stereotype, but we all know that they talk about millennials and now we have Gen Z or whatever it is, and the lack of sort of those social skills. So this is really aimed to that. It's to learn the 7 foundational workplace behaviors that will make you an valuable employee. So that's attitude, that's attendance, that's appearance, ambition, accountability, acceptance, and appreciation. So I think this is a really great opportunity to address some of those soft skills. Hey, it's professional development for your employees. So if you can, that will be held November 16th. It's from 8 a.m. to 4:30. You're able to bring your own lunch. And you can register at https:// I always love these. mwejobs.maryland.gov. And I'm sure you can obviously always call the Susquehanna Workforce Center for questions. So definitely consider that for some of your employees if that is something that you think they would benefit from. And lastly, before we end today, we want to talk about connections. So we at the Chamber try to offer that in a various different formats. So we're going to kind of go into some of the most immediate ones that we have coming up.
Yes, so our mix and mingles, which we have every month, third Wednesday morning of every month, that is now called Coffee and Connections. And that's a great way to connect with other Chamber members, leaders in the community. Our last few Coffee and Connections now have been very, very well attended, and our boardroom at the Chamber has been packed. Some really great feedback from those. So our next Coffee and Connections is November 21st. It's a Wednesday morning, 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock. And we're going to have coffee, some snacks, and this is a special Coffee and Connections because we're celebrating Thanksgiving. And we're celebrating that through giving some donations to our member nonprofits and really giving back to the community in that way. And when you attend that Coffee and Connections event, you're going to have a say in who we donate to. So that's a really great way to get together and give thanks and give back. So that's going to be great. And we'll see you November 21st at 8 o'clock at the Chamber for that.
And then that, I think, pretty much wraps up what we have going on November. But then moving along to December, which is crazy. I saw like something the other day. There's got to be like 50 days left in the year, or maybe even we're under the 50 mark, which is crazy. I feel like we'll always say that. But put on your calendars, whip them out right now. Circle the date December 6th because that is Jingle Mingle. I know that it's a lot of our members' favorite one. It's a really fun network development social. Obviously, it's holiday themed. Bet you guys are excited. That's going to be your first Jingle Mingle.
Very excited. Ugly sweater contest, ugly tie contest.
Yep.
I'm going to be wearing an ugly sweater.
Yes.
I'm very excited.
I might do some DIY crafting this year. We'll see.
There you go.
Nice.
Don't hold your breath because I don't know if it'll turn out good, but that's a thought. But that will be at Rockfield like it typically is. It's 5:30 to 7:30 evening event. December 6th is a Thursday, so come out and spend your Thursday with us. Member price is $50. That does include heavy hors d'oeuvres. That's drinks. We'll have a Jingle Teeny this year, which we didn't have last year, so that's exciting. Like Kate said, ugly sweaters. We try to have like photo op opportunities, games. We're trying to do a little bit of a gift exchange this year of sorts. So we're really excited. And of course, thank you so much to our title sponsor, that is CMIT Solutions. Rick and his team are amazing. Really, all of this is possible only because of our sponsors, so we're so thankful to CMIT. And hopefully we'll have him on the next show. So stay tuned. We'll do some recap, and hopefully you'll be looking at pictures as we kind of talk about it. But then also quickly just to shout out our other sponsors for Jingle Mingle. We have TIC Gums, Chesapeake Bank of Maryland, Business Resource Network, Jim's Bottle Works, and Pairings Bistro. And Pairings always does a lovely job on food. So we're excited. Again, join us. Registration is available, so we hope to see you there.
And then to close out on our events for the year, I want to talk about our December Coffee and Connections, which we will be having Wednesday, December 19th from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. And we welcome everyone from members to non-members. Pre-register, bring your business cards, we'll do a drawing, and have your information sent out to other attendees to further your networking opportunities. So please feel free to join us for coffee and one-on-one conversation with local business members.
Yeah, and hopefully we'll probably have another theme for that one too. We're big into themes if you haven't noticed, and we're hoping to kind of, obviously we switched up the names, but we're trying to really do some bigger, better things too for Coffee and Connections for 2019. So
definitely
stay tuned. And before we leave you, you've got to stay in touch. So Kate, why don't you let them know where they can keep up with us?
Yes, definitely stay connected, and catch us on Facebook and YouTube. Just search Harford County Chamber of Commerce and we will come up. Facebook is really one of our most active social media. We're on there every day. And YouTube is really a way, that's a newer platform that we've been using. Definitely hit that up for some videos to really get a taste of what our events look like and feel like. So definitely check that out. And then we are Harford_Chamber on Instagram and Twitter. We're very active on those as well. And then something else that's newer is our Chamber Insider, and that's a blog post that comes out every Friday. Really news, and then just informing you of the behind the scenes of what we do. You know, we're not just doing events every week, we're going to meetings and checking in with members and doing a lot of things behind the scenes. So that's really a behind the scenes look for you. Chamber Insider, that's going to be out every Friday, and we post that to Facebook as well. So just stay tuned for that. And thank you so much for listening again. To our new listeners, thank you. And to our repeat listeners, thanks for listening again.
So we'll see you all in December.
That's right.
Happy Thanksgiving.
You've been listening to Chamber Buzz, a presentation of the Harford County Chamber of Commerce. For more information, go to harfordchamber.org.